This week on Wrestle WreMarks, Samoa Joe is going full Hollywood. Big E opens up in a new way. WWE dealing with major visa issues. Tessa Blanchard requests her release. Drew McIntyre's return might be waiting on Russell Crowe. And AEW's parent company situation just took a huge step forward.
And that's not even all the news. We got Mark Hamill portraying Samoa Joe's dad, Amazing Red returning at TNA, Aaliyah Mysterio possibly heading to the Performance Center, MLW New Japan partnership, and somehow Roku, Fox, NXT, and a $22 billion are all in the same conversation.
Then on SmackDown, Gunther made the most diabolical referee choice possible.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair is back to claim her crown, and Jey Uso advances in the King of the Ring because the Bloodline drama never takes a week off.
Raw kept that Bloodline drama cooking. Roman Reigns officially brought Jacob Fatu into the family. Business, LA Knight got jumped again, calling the whole thing like he was reading spoilers. Rollins and Breakker make it official. Someone is getting the steel cage.
Yep.
Getting eaten in the steel cage.
And NXT, Zarya immediately had the whole women's division at her throat. Lola Vice title picture is messier than ever. Tavion Heights is getting his due. Naruto told Tony D'Angelo evil is coming. And as the road to the Great American Bash is just getting dangerous.
Yes, sir. So grab your belts, grab your chairs, grab your human monies, and crank that volume because this episode is stacked.
This is Wrestle WreMarks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, marks of all ages, welcome back to the Wrestle WreMarks. As always, I'm your host, Chris.
And I'm Pat.
And this week, we got another packed episode. We're going Newswire, SmackDown, Raw, NXT, no detours, no filler, just straight into everything that happened across the wrestling world this week.
Yep, and there is a lot. Like, once again, wrestling keeps giving us something to talk about. Let's talk about it.
Exactly. The business side is busy. The injury side is busy. WWE, AEW, TNA, MLW, AAA, NXT, everybody has got something going on. Then the weekly shows gave us some major storyline movement.
Yeah, and I got questions because every time Roman Reigns says family, somebody gets beat up. Every time Sami Zayn says he's a good guy, he just gets booed or slapped. And every time LA Knight says he knows what's going to happen, it happens anyway. And he still gets jumped.
Yeah, he does. That man is not LA Domus anymore. He's just a victim with a crystal ball at this point.
He sees the future and still can dodge it.
No, he can't. Let's get into it because it is time.
What time is it?
Time!
What?
Newswire!
Time!
We're kicking it off with some major entertainment business story that could matter a lot for AEW down the road. Paramount Skydance proposed acquisition of Warner Bros. Discovery has taken a significant step forward with the U.S. Department of Justice Antitrust Division approving the $111 billion merger.
This is not just a wrestling story. This is a somebody in a suit just moved a mountain of money story.
That they did. That's a lot of cash. Regulators reportedly decided the deal could move forward without requiring asset sales, concessions, or behavioral restrictions. That means, at least federally, the deal cleared a massive hurdle, but it's not completely done yet because California's Department of Justice is still reviewing it, and state's attorney general could still challenge it because we have people like Ben Stiller and I forget, there's some other ones. I think Russell Crowe is one of them that signed a whole thing saying, hey, this might cause some sort of monopoly within the entertainment industry and that could mess up our costs because now they can charge what they want since they have more content.
Oh, I see. So AEW fans can breathe a little, but don't start printing like Paramount is at AEW shirts. You know, they're going to start printing AEW shirts, all elite shirts.
Yeah, Paramount's not all elite just yet.
Yes.
For AEW, the real question is what this means when their Warner Brothers Discovery media rights deal gets closer to expiring in December 2027, or possibly 2028 if that option gets picked up. Reports say Tony Khan is optimistic about AEW's future under the combined Paramount and Warner Brothers Discovery structure, especially compared to Netflix, of course, because Netflix is in bed with WWE, so that is a better outcome for him. Because can you imagine if they did get acquired by Netflix? Netflix would not run it on Netflix.
They would not. But and that's the key though. If you're AEW, you don't want your TV futures sitting in the same house where WWE is already the fan favorite.
Yeah, that's the concern. Nothing changes overnight, but this is one of those stories where ripple effects could be huge 2 years from now.
Yes, and this is the kind of news where people say it doesn't matter. Then 2 years later, everybody's like, why is Dynamite on CBS after Big Brother?
I'm not saying that's happening, of course. We're just speculating here. So, take that as you will.
Yes. And I'm also not saying that, but I'm picturing Tony Schiavone saying, we're live after 60 minutes.
Next up, Samoa Joe's Hollywood chapter is getting even bigger. Mark Hamill has joined the Twisted Metal Season 3 in a reoccurring role as Pope Charlie Kane, who is the father of Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth is physically portrayed by Joe, but as you know, the voices are from Will Arnett.
That is wild. Samoa Joe goes from choking people out in AEW to having Luke Skywalker and the Joker as his daddy.
That is a sentence I did not expect to hear this year. Joe announced he was stepping away from AEW, saying Hollywood was calling. And now we know Twisted Metal Season 3 is filming in Toronto from June 15th through August 26th. So Joe could be away for roughly 2 months.
And honestly, good for Joe. He's already done everything there is to do in wrestling. Let him be a monster clown with clown dad drama on top of that. 2 flaming heads, 2 flaming psychos.
That sounds like money to me, though. Moving to a much more serious, powerful story. Big E has announced a memoir entitled How I Got Over, Healing from Depression and Psychosis to Find Joy in and Out the Ring. It's currently available for pre-sale and is scheduled to release on February 2nd, 2027.
That title alone tells you that this is going to be heavy, but also important.
Absolutely. Big E said he spent years telling parts of his story, but the book will cover everything from his wrestling career to mental health struggles, depression, body image issues, experiences with hallucinations, and his journey through treatment. It also covers his rise as the 4th Black WWE champion and his run with the New Day.
Big E has always been one of those guys where you feel the joy through the screen. So when somebody like that says, here's what I really carry with me, you'll listen.
Yeah, you do. And it's another reminder that people who make us laugh or entertain us or who seem larger than life are still people. That book is going to mean a lot to a lot of fans.
Yeah, and if Big E is telling it with his voice, his honesty, and that heart he always shows, that might be one of the most important wrestling books we've had in years.
That it could be. Now, sticking with mental health, AJ Lee also opened up about her fear of returning to wrestling. She talked about how her last year in wrestling was one of the worst mental health years of her life, even while she appeared to be on top of the world as champion.
That's the part people forget from the outside. Everybody sees the title, the crowd, the fame. They don't see what it really costs somebody to be behind her.
AJ said taking 10 years to take care of herself and get healthy was much needed. But coming back to the spotlight still scared her because of the pressure. She also talked about advocacy, especially around mental health, as she's always been, in communities of color and barriers people face when trying to get treatment.
Yeah, that's real. And it makes her comeback more meaningful too, because it's not just AJ Lee is back, it's AJ Lee is back with tools, boundaries, and perspective.
That she is. Next, WWE is reportedly facing significant visa issues. Bryan Alvarez reported that there's problems, though it is not clear which talents may be affected. AEW has also had visa issues recently with Commander and Beast Muertos. And Stardom also had to make changes during their WrestleMania weekend because of a long visa process.
And this is one of those stories that sound boring until your favorite wrestler just disappeared from TV for 3 months.
Yeah, exactly. And with WWE working more closely with AAA, especially with Triple Mania in Vegas coming up September 11th, visas become more and more important at this point.
Yeah, you can't build this big international wrestling universe if half of the roster is stuck at customs.
Yeah.
It can't happen.
Also, Jack Perry's AEW contract is reportedly close to expiring, but he is expected to re-sign. Bryan Alvarez said Perry had not signed yet as of the report, but the expectation is that he and AEW will come to an agreement.
That makes sense. I know people will fantasy book him to go to WWE because the CM Punk history, but Jack feels like he's an AEW guy.
Yeah, I mean, he does seem like that.
He signed his
but...
AEW contract or WWE contract. Phil, Real Ink, Cry Me a River.
He does seem like an AEW guy, but I feel like his time in AEW as, the scapegoat, all that, has upped his stock. And we don't have the same people in there that we did before to be like, oh, you're too small.
Yeah.
So it's still a possibility, and if they do, that would be the best way to book it, was a Punk feud.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Punk would be willing to put his differences aside to sell the house.
Punk's gonna come back to work, and Triple H will be like, huh?
Oh man, Dave Meltzer also gave his opinion that Perry might not be great fit in WWE, not because of Punk, but because of his style and presentation may not be what WWE would want to heavily push.
Yeah, WWE would look at Jack Perry and be like, what if we gave you a leather jacket, change your name to Jungle Jack? No, thank you.
Oh man. And speaking of contracts, TNA has re-signed former Knockouts World Champion and 2-time Knockouts Tag Champion Tasha Steelz.
Good move. Still has always felt like somebody TNA should keep around. She brings credibility to that Knockouts division.
Yeah, she does. On the other side, though, Tessa Blanchard has reportedly departed after requesting to be granted her release. Her status with CMLL remains to be unchanged, and reports suggest her decision may have been influenced by her commitments in Mexico and the complicated politics between TNA, WWE, AAA, CMLL, and possibly AEW since they work with CMLL.
Yeah, and that whole situation sounds like a wrestling Cold War map.
It really does, because TNA, of course, like we said, works with WWE. They own AAA. CMLL is aligned in a different direction. AEW talent has been involved there. And suddenly one wrestler on one show creates problems across companies.
Yeah, and of course that causes too many problems, too many politics.
Yeah, and Tessa's TNA return was already controversial because of the allegations tied to La Rosa Negra. So the fan reaction was complicated from the start.
Yeah, sometimes wrestling companies bring back chaos and then they act surprised when chaos happens.
True. And that's unfortunate for TNA. I mean, she's a good talent, despite the things she allegedly said or may have said. There really hasn't been no true confirmation. And also, they made amends, her and that wrestler as well. So, I mean, maybe it's just the fact that she was getting booed all the time.
Yeah.
And constantly yelled at by the crowd. And she was just like, well, in Mexico, I don't have to deal with this.
True.
Who knows?
True.
Also, Eddie Andelman, the Boston sports radio legend credited with creating the concept behind WWE's King of the Ring tournament, has passed away at 89. He partnered with WWE for the original tournament in 1985, which was originally a charity event supporting children affected by serious illness. We should bring that back.
Yes, we should. That's a piece of wrestling history a lot of fans probably didn't know.
Exactly. King of the Ring became one of WWE's biggest signature concepts, but started as a charity idea at Sullivan Stadium in Foxborough. The first winners were Don Morocco in 1985 and Harley Race in 1986.
And now here we are, all these years later, still talking about that crown and that legacy.
Drew McIntyre, on the other hand, his return to WWE may be delayed until after he finishes filming with The Last Druid, a historical action movie with Russell Crowe. Drew has also been tied to the Highlander reboot, and there are signs that WWE may be advertising him for SmackDown tapings later in August.
So Drew's playing a druid? Drew said, I'll come back, but first, I need to be huge next to Russell Crowe.
That's not a bad reason.
Yeah. And no, that is not a very strong excuse. If Russell Crowe calls you, you answer, bro. That's money.
That money. Yeah.
Rest in peace, my boy Chad.
Next, the Liv Morgan stalker case has reached a legal outcome. Sean Chan was found not guilty by reason of insanity after being accused of traveling from Canada to Liv Morgan's home in Florida and later showing up at the WWE Performance Center. Following the verdict, he has been taken into ICE custody and is expected to be deported.
That's disturbing. Wrestling fans can be passionate, but there is a hard line between being a fan and invading somebody's space.
Exactly. And we've seen a lot of space invasion lately. This ain't no game.
No, it ain't.
But these performers are public figures, but they still are entitled to their safety and privacy. Showing up at somebody's home is never okay, or even their place of work.
You go to a show, you cheer at the show, you buy a shirt, you go home. You don't go to somebody else's home.
Exactly. Also, Rey Mysterio gave an update on his daughter Aaliyah and said that she's getting ready to spend some time training at the WWE Performance Center. Rey said he never pushed wrestling on his kids, and he wanted Aaliyah to finish her degree first. She graduated from UCSD with a human biology degree and then told him she was ready. So she was like, bet, I'm getting that degree and now I'm ready. Like,
smart. She got something to fall back on, but I'm going to do wrestling too. The Mysterio family business continues.
It does, and it's interesting because Dominic has carved out his own path, and now Aaliyah may be starting hers.
I mean, he actually needs one of his kids there because that was not his son. Ray just sitting
Carry
there.
the Mysterio name.
Yes, exactly. Ray just sitting there like, I thought wrestling child was enough trauma. Yeah, one wrestling child was enough trauma.
Now he's gonna have to do it too.
I think she's gonna be on his side, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Mixed tag matches.
Mixed tag matches. We'll see. MLW has announced a major streaming deal with New Japan World. MLW Fusion will begin airing on New Japan World starting June 22nd, with new episodes available every Monday.
That's nice. That's a nice move for MLW. More platforms, more eyes, and that relationship with New Japan keeps growing.
Yeah, and I mean, it's always nice to see the bigger companies help the smaller companies. And finally, Fox has announced a deal to acquire Roku, valued at approximately $22 billion.
Wow.
Roku matters to wrestling fans because the Roku channel carries WWE NXT. I think it still also carries TNA as well, right?
I believe so.
I mean, it's reruns, but
yeah,
the reruns are always nice to look back on some old stuff.
They are.
But they carry NXT the day after it airs on Netflix or CW if you're in the States. It also has hosted wrestling content like New Japan programming in the past.
So NXT goes live on Netflix or CW in the States. Next day on Roku. Roku gets bought by Fox, and Fox has Tubi. They have Evolve.
Yeah.
And somewhere that's a wrestling fans just trying to figure out which app has what at this point.
Yeah, for real. And Fox, like, come on, just put all those apps together or something.
And give us better Roku TVs.
I mean, I don't know if they own Roku.
No,
Roku, just the channel. But streaming has definitely become its own Royal Rumble at this point.
For real, and nobody knows who's number 30.
Also, as we get into Friday night, we've got a developing story around Rhea Ripley. WWE revealed on SmackDown that the reigning WWE Women's Champion is currently undergoing evaluation for a knee injury.
Anytime you hear Rhea Ripley and knee injury in the same sentence, that gets your attention real quick.
Yeah, it does. As of right now, WWE is not given an official diagnosis, so we don't really know the severity of the issue, the timeline, or whether it's something minor or something serious that could impact her title reign.
Yeah, what's wild is she just defended the WWE Women's Championship at Clash in Italy, and from what we saw, she still looked good. She was moving well, retained the title, and there weren't obvious signs during the match that she was dealing with something.
No, but fans did notice Rhea was wearing a bandage on her leg during multiple stops in their European tour, so there was already some speculation that she may have been working through something.
Yeah, and that's the scary part with knee injuries. Sometimes somebody can fight through it in the moment. You know, the adrenaline carries them.
Mm-hmm.
They finish the match, and once the swelling and pain really kick in, that's when you find out you're actually dealing with something.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Seth, bro. Seth is perfect example. Plenty of times we've seen it.
Right now, the encouraging part is that there has been no indication that Rhea will have to relinquish the WWE Women's Championship, but until WWE gives a real medical update, we'll just have to wait and see. I hate saying that, but we do.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's just a precautionary, situation with Rhea, because if Rhea's right in the middle of a major run again, I would hate to see her, relinquish another title. We've got Jade Cargill still circling, and the women's division is heating up. The ring is moving, and Rhea being out for any reason, any serious issues she's having, like that, like the time would definitely change a lot.
It would. I would imagine they get another King of the Ring qualifier in order to.
Yeah, exactly.
If that were the case. So for now, the only thing we know is Rhea is being evaluated. There's no official diagnosis yet, and WWE is waiting to see how that knee responds before giving her a clear timetable.
Yeah, everybody relax for now, but keep one eye on the updates for sure.
Exactly, and obviously we're wishing Rhea a quick recovery because nobody wants to see a title reign or a major story get derailed by injury, and nobody wants to see a great talent be injured as well.
Yeah. Did you want to bring up?
Yes, I was about to do that. Also, another TNA development that just broke maybe an hour ago is Tommy Dreamer is now on the outs.
Yeah.
He said that he enjoyed his time. He was talking about how it felt like it was a 24-hour job. Because, of course, Tommy was hustling.
Oh, yeah.
As Tommy does.
Invader of violence.
Yeah. But he says all relationships come to an end. I had a great conversation with Carlos Silva. Me and TNA are no longer in a relationship. We mutually agreed to part ways. I don't have any ill will or malice. It's hard. I've given so much of my life to that company. I wanted to survive and be the best I can be. It was a 24-hour job, and I had it for 10 years. Damn, he's been there that long. I know we were talking, he's been there for a while.
Yeah, 10 years is a long time.
Everything comes to an end. I know I'll be okay. I hope TNA will be okay. There are no issues or malice. At this time, we just need to take a break. So,
Agreed. I mean, we were talking about before we came here. Chris Tummy had so many roles. Booker, he was wrestling here and there.
He was
training,
producer.
It's a lot of work, man. Head of creative. It's a lot.
And someone else who was head of creative just went on the outs with WWE, and it makes you think: is the door open? VKM.
Yeah, for the D-O-double-G, and I ain't talking about Snoop.
He would be a great fit.
He would.
For TNA, to be honest, but we'll have to just wait and see on that front. He just left WWE. I could see even AEW trying to throw their hat in the ring. So we'll see if he ends up on one or the other side. And I feel like he could do so much.
Oh, yeah.
So much for TNA. AEW really doesn't need him.
Yeah, they don't.
And that was your Newswire. Now let's get into SmackDown. SmackDown opened up with Cody Rhodes arriving and talking to Nick Aldis. Cody wanted to know if Gunther had made a decision about the stipulation for their match. Aldis didn't have any answers yet, but promised we'd know by the end of the night.
Yeah, we got a promise. That promise was made. And right away, Cody runs into the Usos, and Jey makes it clear he plans to win King of the Ring, and he does not. Oh, he's coming for Cody at SummerSlam. He does not give a warning shot, though. That's what
No.
He's just
No,
like, blah.
Cody handled it respectfully, but added one little important line, a little jab there. He hopes the decision is Jay's and not Roman's. But would you really go after family if you had the chance to, and there was another title?
No.
Exactly.
No. That whole story, right? That's a story within itself already. Everybody in the Bloodline says they're making their own decisions, but Roman's fingerprints on everything.
No gropey hands. We also learned about Rhea Ripley, which we talked about. Then Jade cut a confident promo about going back to back in Queen of the Ring, and getting her lick back from Rhea at SummerSlam.
And Jade talks like somebody who believes the whole division is just standing in her way temporarily.
That she does. That led us to our first Queen of the Ring match, or our first match, but it was Queen of the Ring. Charlotte, Jade, Soul, and Lyra. This match was chaos in the best way. Jade looked like the powerhouse as she should. Soul had her little flashes. Lyra kept fighting, but Charlotte survived everything and made Lyra tap with the figure 8.
It's all hail the queen. That match reminded people that Charlotte is still a true queen and can put sorry. You can put her in there with the new generation, the powerhouses, the high flyers. At the end of the day, she'll find a way. She's the best. I've been waiting for this. All you need her to do is kick Alexa Bliss in the face and we're on.
And after that, the women's division just kept boiling over. We had Tiffany Stratton, B-Fab, Meechin, Chelsea Green, Jade Cargill. Everybody was either arguing, swinging, or forming temporary alliances with people they don't even like.
Yeah, that whole division is giving you, I hate you, but I hate her more.
Yeah.
I just watched Me Girls the other day. That's what it feels like.
Then we got the Bloodline thread as Jimmy was hyping up Jey before Jacob Fatu appeared. Fatu said he wasn't there to help Jey. He was there to speak to Solo.
Yeah, and that conversation with Solo was important. Solo basically told Jacob, you used to be the Samoan werewolf, now you're just Roman's lapdog.
That hit Jacob because Solo wasn't completely wrong. Jacob admitted Solo had embarrassed and humiliated him, but Roman sent him to bring Solo back home, and he was staying on business.
And Solo said, if Roman wants me back, Roman can come get me. That's not a man ready to come home.
No, he's not. But they're gonna make him.
We'll see.
I don't know, man. Jacob been running roughshod after that. We'll talk about it a little more down the line. Then we got Blake Monroe's promo taking shots at Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, saying friends make you soft. And the glamour is coming to SmackDown.
You gotta go for the top blondes, dog. To be the blonde, you gotta beat the blondes.
Woo!
I like that. It's different, it's arrogant, it's personal, and it gives Charlotte and Alexa something new to react to.
And hopefully that gives Charlotte that push to turn on Alexa.
Me and my wife, me and Olga were just talking about this, about Charlotte, and we always have good matches, but she said her favorite one is when Charlotte used to snap, like with the kendo stick with Becky.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that was a good match, too.
The next big development came from Gunther. He told Nick Aldis that because he doesn't trust Aldis officials, he wants to pick the referee for his title match against Cody Rhodes.
And that's already a red flag the size of a WrestleMania flag or a wrestling WWE headquarters flag.
Oh, a runaway flag at that. And later, we found out Gunther's pick was none other than El Generico himself, Sami Zayn.
That's nasty word.
That it is. He knew that they had some heat there, and he's trying to exploit it.
So I saw y'all slap each other like girls.
Let me show you a real man slap.
For real.
Have that chest looking like some
Hamburger meat.
hamburger. There you go. You finished it for me. Before the reveal, we got the Cody and Sami segment. And this was the emotional center of SmackDown. Sami came out trying to clear the air. He said every time he helps Cody, he ends up paying the price. He said Cody made him feel like the worst person in the world when he walked away from Gunther choking Cody out. But when he did the right thing the next week, he still ended up flat on his back.
Yeah, Sami's problem is that he makes some valid points in the worst possible way.
Oh, yeah, he does. And Cody tried to remind him of WrestleMania 40, and their friendship, basically. But Sami pointed out that he was the first man in the ring when Cody finished the story. Before Kevin Owens, before Jey Uso, before anybody else.
Yeah,
He was always there.
He was. He's the last real good guy. That line was strong. Sami basically said, I was there for you before everybody. So why am I the one getting treated like the problem?
But Cody finally snapped and he told Sami the truth. Fans are booing him because lately he does suck. Oof. He called him desperate and said, this is really about the WWE Championship.
Yeah, and then Cody hit him with that killer line, I'm sorry I have this, and that means you never will.
That's cold right there.
Yeah, that boy got freezer burn.
Sami slapped Cody, immediately regretted it, apologized and hugged him, and then Cody slapped him back.
Yeah, that's the most toxic. We good I've ever seen in my life.
Later, Cody was furious that Sami was named referee. Aldis said his hands were tied because Gunther's lawyers got involved. Sami showed up and Cody asked if they were good. Sami said he wasn't sure because after all, he's a wreck and his emotions are all over the place.
Cody should have shut his mouth. That match next week being commercial free with Sami as referee, that is not a title match. That is a therapy session with chops. Where is Dr. Shelby?
Yeah, we need him. I am the tag team champion.
No!
We also got Rey Fenix defending the AAA World Cruiserweight Championship against Axiom. And this was one of the best wrestling matches of that night. It was fast, sharp, creative, and Phoenix retained with the MMB.
That match was wild. Axiom and Phoenix said, we got 10 minutes, let's break physics. I mean, but he napped a dog walk accident like that. Come on. Get 2 of those kicks and then a Mexican muscle buster. Come on, bro.
Yeah, for real.
So I wanted to make sure he was out.
I mean, Axiom and Frazier at this point are just guys that go and do the job, it kind of seems.
Yeah, but they're
Which
good.
is unfortunate, yeah, because they're really good. But, you know, you need those people as well. Then Trick Williams arrived with Lil Yachty and cut a promo after losing the King of the Ring match. He said the loss woke something up into him and reminded everybody that he's still the United States champion. He's still Hollywood Trick, Mr. Lemon Pepper Steppers, and he's Trick James.
I like it. I like it. Trick is charisma in human form.
He really is.
Lightning in a bottle, bro. But what do you tell them youngins though? Shut your mouth when grown folks talk. Little boys in the men's ring, bro.
Oh man, that brings us to Carmelo Hayes and Ricky Saints, who interrupted, both wanting the shot at Trick's title. Things broke down. Melo hit Dirty Diana, but Trick stood tall with the bookend. Next week, Melo versus Ricky. Winner faces Trick at Night of Champions.
That U.S. title season's cooking. Trick, Melo, Ricky, that's fresh. That's Trick.
That's Trick. In the women's tag match, B-Fab and B-Chin beat Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green after Jade Cargill interfered and planted Tiffany with the Jaded after the match. I was excited to see B-Fab and B-Chin get their win because they just been her lackeys and they really haven't got any like definitive wins.
I was surprised she did Styles Clash.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Jade is not waiting politely in line. She's knocking that velvet rope down.
Yeah, she is.
She flicked that little thing off that the movie theaters have. Where's my red carpet at?
And in the main event, Jey Uso defeated LA Knight, Finn Balor, and Royce Keys to advance in the King of the Ring tournament. But of course, it came with chaos. Solo hit LA Knight with a Samoan spike. Royce Keys hit the ultimate spine buster. And Jey hit the Uso splash on top of him to steal the win from LA Knight, or to drop LA Knight.
Yes, LA Knight literally predicted the Bloodline nonsense and still got caught in the Bloodline nonsense.
I like how they kind of made it seem like Royce Keys might win it with that spine buster, and then here comes Jey. But I would have really wanted LA Knight to win this. But apparently there's things in the back being said that Jey is more reliable than Knight, and Knight has some inconsistencies. What validity there is to that, I have no clue, but take that as you will.
Just let my guy win Money in the Bank. That's all I'm asking.
Just do something, man. Give him a title. Let him run with something.
He needs at least like 2 world championships, and I'll be happy.
He needs at least 1, and I'll be happy.
Okay.
To be honest, like at least, I'd like to see more, but at least 1, bro. He's got the United States title already. Maybe give him a shot at the Intercontinental title or something, you know?
Yeah.
But something. That became the major Raw thread, though, so let's go ahead and go there. Raw opened in Baltimore with Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Jacob Fatu. Roman started by praising Jey for advancing, but then he also acknowledged Jimmy, saying without Big Jim, there is no right-hand man, no tribal chief, and no bloodline.
Yeah, I'm glad, because it looked like...
Oh, he was just trying to mitigate everything. That's all that was.
Yeah. You know what Roman be doing. Roman knew exactly what he was doing. He was handing out praise like candy because he needed everybody calm.
Yeah, they needed to chill out. And you know, the fans and Jimmy be feeling some type of way.
We love you, Big Jim. He got kids.
But Jey brought up Jacob. He said, there's one person who hasn't acknowledged them and doesn't listen. Jacob snatched the mic right out of Roman's hands, and you see Jimmy and Jey buck up real quick. He says that when it comes to Jimmy and Jey, he doesn't listen to them. The only person he acknowledges is the tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
That man said, I have one boss, and it ain't y'all.
No, it's not.
Hell.
Roman then gave Jacob an Uwafala and officially welcomed him to the Bloodline. He said, the Bloodline has always been there, from the Wild Samoans to Yoko, to Rikishi, to Umaga, the Usos, and now Jacob.
You know who he didn't say? He didn't say
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, they planting seeds. Who knows? Who knows?
They might be.
Yeah, that was powerful. Manipulative, but powerful.
Yeah. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Roman told Jacob he's not on the outside anymore. He's inside the family business. Then Eric Andre touched Jacob's Ulafala, and Jacob dragged him over to the barricade. I thought Carlito was back. I'm just fooling. My son thought that was Carlito when he saw the Netflix movie. That's not cool. Nice. But Jacob dragged him over the barricade and hit not one, but two Samoan splashes.
What was that?
Another one.
Eric, sorry, bro. You should have known, though. You don't touch a man's sacred necklace. Any necklace.
Yeah, no.
Which necklace? Was the Ulafala or the
Let it be in the street.
Or the iced out werewolf? Either one of them. Don't touch
Either
me.
one of them. Don't touch. You know how people are about their chain.
And I got
Come on, bro.
It's like, dang, bro. What's his name? Umaga and Steve-O.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Roman told Jacob to get down, then changed his mind and let him fly. That told you everything right there.
Yeah, Roman doesn't want control because he wants peace. Roman wants control because he wants to choose when the violence happens.
And man, he looked at Pierce like, yeah, I got it like that.
We back now. We'll say song. Oh, Jacob smack.
I'll have him get you too. Io Sky defeated Raquel Rodriguez to advance in the Queen of the Ring, surviving Raquel's power and hitting the over the moonsault.
No. Pissed. Cause why? Io is one of those people where it never matters how big the opponent is. Unfortunately, which is good for her, because I do like Io. She'll find an angle, she'll find a rope, find a moonsault, and find a win.
Yeah, she will. That's kind of like your whole old school Rey Mysterio type match, I felt like.
Yeah.
Coming out from under, getting the victory, the smaller person.
Chop them down.
Later, Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez reacted to Raquel's loss, and Roxanne promising Charlotte wouldn't be 100% for SmackDown. Liv also tried to get Danhausen to curse Oba Femi.
Liv goes to Danhausen for a curse, tells me the Judgment Day strategy meetings are off the rails, which I'm kind of pissed off at Danhausen, because I dare you uncurse the Knicks, bro.
How dare you uncurse the Knicks? I mean, she wanted him to curse Oba, but Danhausen was like, I need human monies. I need my own song that you make. And what else did he say?
He wants a music video.
A music video about him. Some more human monies. And when Liv showed him that she had his shirt on, he said, I hope you paid for that. Oh, man.
Oh, I didn't even bring it up when we were talking about Raw, but SmackDown. Man, that whole Miz, Danhausen, and Kid segment was great.
Awesome.
When my head goes up, your mouth goes shut.
You had that hair. Oh, my God.
Be jealous.
That was great.
Really?
He should have did the...
For real.
Then Seth Rollins cut a promo on Bron Breakker saying Bron destroyed his vision. Cost him 6 months. He didn't destroy his vision.
You did.
You destroyed Rey Mysterio's vision. The eye patch. Anyway, cost him 6 months and took his World Heavyweight Championship. Rey challenged Bron to a steel cage at Night of Champions.
That was his fault. No one told you to go.
Or Seth. I said Rey.
Rey. That's his fault. No one told him to go shoulder first into Matt after hitting Cody. That is exactly where that feud belongs, though. You know, locked the door. No Heyman, no Vision, no excuses.
But I love how my man Logan Paul showed back up as the mouthpiece, like I've been saying. They needed that. They needed that.
How can I be so damn still
humble? I'm so humble.
My arm's broken. Broken.
Oh man! But
I did
Bron.
pop.
Yeah, I did too. Bron responded later and said Seth built his career on undermining and backstabbing people.
Facts, I seen it.
And at Night of Champions, Seth will be locked in the steel cage with the most vicious, ferocious WWE superstar. Bron said, when you get locked in a dog in a cage, the dog always makes it out.
That line was cold. Bron is finally sounding less like the future and more like the present.
That he does.
The one in the dog here.
Dog here now. Chad Gable had a major redemption moment against Rusev. Before the match, Gable admitted that losing the mask made him realize he had been wrong about a lot of things, and he still has to make amends. Then went out to beat Rusev with the ankle lock.
Yeah, that's big. Gable needed that, and him winning with wrestling, not cheating, not hiding behind the mask, no metal plate, felt like a real reset. But there seemed to be a little unspoken tension between him and Maxine.
Yeah, because he saw her before he went out, and she was speaking with Austin Theory. Them two just looked at each other, looked uncomfortable, and he just went about his way.
Yeah.
Is he going to ignore talking to Maxine since she's in cahoots with the Vision?
Maybe this wasn't the right time. He'll get her when she's not around. Then.
Yeah, but I feel like she's always going to be around them now.
Yeah.
Back to LA Knight in the Bloodline. Knight came out in Baltimore and said he predicted exactly what would happen on SmackDown. He said Solo showed up, hit the spike, and Jey moved on. Jimmy tried to explain that Solo was not with them.
Yeah, and LA Knight wasn't buying that for a second.
They then had Jey come out, and he said he beat LA Knight fair and square. What was you watching? And wanted Knight to acknowledge him. Knight said he acknowledges that Jey can kiss his ass.
I agree. Classic LA Knight. Yeah. That man could be surrounded by 12 Samoans and still chose to disrespect. He said Moana sucked.
A brawl broke out. Jimmy tried to calm things down. Jey grabbed a chair. LA Knight fought back with the chair shots, and then Jacob Fatu stormed out and put LA Knight down with the tongue and desperate.
Yeah, again, LA Knight sees a future, but the future is always being laid out by the Bloodline. Yeah.
Backstage, Jacob told the Usos their game plan was ass, so he handled it the OTC way. Jimmy said Jey was tripping. The tension inside this version of the Bloodline is just getting louder and louder.
I would appreciate my brother just push me out the way like that. And then
I'm about to clock you with a chair.
And then I get tossed by the other dude on top of that too, after helping you out. Look, Roman brought Jacob inside the family, but now the twins are realizing Jacob doesn't follow their orders. He follows Roman's orders.
And that's how it should be, because that's your tribal chief. Charlotte Flair defeated Roxanne Perez, even with Liv Morgan trying to interfere. Roxanne targeted Charlotte's hand. Liv attacked Alexa Bliss, but Charlotte still made Roxanne tap in the figure eight.
One arm. Charlotte had one good hand, still got it done. That's why she was the queen.
Then, Javon Evans rejected the Vision. Logan Paul tried to recruit him, then switched from invitation to mandate. Javon Evans said no, asked for a referee, and then faced Austin Theory. Evans was rolling until Bron Breakker speared him from midair for the disqualification.
That was nasty. Javon went from bouncy to lawn chair.
He folded that man up. Almost broke him in half.
I knew it was. As soon as he ran around, I'm like, dang, here comes Bron.
Yeah, that was
you don't do my spot.
That was a clean spear.
Yeah, it was.
The Street Profits made the save, though, and next week on Raw in London, the Vision defend the World Tag Team titles against the Street Profits.
You know, boys is up and they want to smoke.
Sosa.
Hell yeah. That could be real good, especially with Braun and Logan trying to bully everybody into joining their little evil LinkedIn group.
Evil! And in the main event, Oba Femi demolished Dominic Mysterio to advance in the King of the Ring. Dom tried the mind games, he used JD, hit the low blow, 2 619s, and even the frog splash.
With
But
the boot.
Oba kicked out at 1 still.
He threw him off of him like nothing. That was the moment Dom hit him with everything and Oba said, "Are you done?"
Now it's my turn. Oba finished him with a fall from grace, then called out Brock Lesnar. He said he went from looking up to Brock to questioning if he's even a man. He called himself the ruler, the destroyer, the bringer of wool, the beast slayer, and the future king of the ring.
Oba's talking like Brock is ducking him. And the scary part is, he really might be.
Or he might be waiting,
If
slithering, taking a page from Orton's
I'm a
book.
snake.
Yeah, but like we've been talking about here, Brock might answer a Night of Champions and then cost Oba that crown.
Yeah, I've been saying this for a while now. We're usually right. But like Chris said, I have to take that with a grain of salt. 5 times out of 10, I'm going to stick to that.
You won't let that one go.
No.
Now let's move it to NXT. NXT opened with our North American champion, Zarya, saying she spent too long living under Sol Ruka's shadow, but now the future is in her hands. She called the title win a course correction, not a dream come true.
Yeah, that's a strong way to start a reign. She didn't come out grateful. She came out like this was overdue.
Which it was. Kalani Jordan interrupted and congratulated her in the most backhanded way Kalani Jordan way possible, reminding Zarya that she was the first champion and made the titles prestigious enough for Zarya to open the show.
Kalani has entered her villain era, and it's all Mickey D over here.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
We all loving it. I love the heel Kalani. It took a while.
Yeah.
It took a while, but she got it.
I definitely agree too. But she kind of gets on my nerves though. It's like, girl, again? Like, you just lost.
That's the whole point.
She keeps coming back though.
She's a scrappy one.
Yeah.
Then Kendall Gray came out saying she beat Kalani and now has her title shot against Lola Vice at Great American Bash. Lola came out and told everybody to shut up, especially Kalani, and said Kendall may be #1 contender, but she's still beaten her before and will do it again.
This women's division is pure chaos right now, but in a good way. Everybody has beef. Everybody has a title argument. Everybody thinks they're the main character.
But the true main character is uninvolved.
What's wrong with
Just
Stone?
ask Anya Roon. Telling you. She'll be in NXT soon. She'll be in NXT soon. You just keep an eye out. Robert Stone made the tag team main event with Lola and Kendall against Kalani and Zarya.
Of course, the classic WWE trope, can they coexist? What a maneuver! But NXT added 4 people who all hate each other in a different direction.
Tavion Heights then defeated Jackson Drake to become the #1 contender for the NXT North American Championship. Miles Bourne tried to help by taking out Swipe Right, but after the match, Tavion made it clear he doesn't need that help.
Yeah, that's interesting. Tavion wants to prove that he can do it clean. He doesn't want anybody saying he got handed anything.
No, he doesn't. Izzy Dame beat Thea Hale in a Women's Speed Championship tournament after hitting the bicycle knee.
Thea is always pure energy, but Izzy caught her. She got caught slipping. Quick tournament match, straight to the point.
It was. And you think she's got that energy because she smashed that? Well, I don't even know if it was an energy drink or was it a beer before the match. She's getting her stone cold on. We also got some comedy and tension with the burps, right? Matt Matthews, Hank and Tank, and Aaron Rourke Birthright was leaning all day into the Nepo baby heat that they got. And Hank and Tank want to give them what they called a blue collar beat.
Ooh. And I'm here for the Hank and Tank fighting rich kid energy.
Because that's your normal thing that you see in the schoolyard. The rich kid versus the blue collar kid.
Yeah, exactly.
It really is a schoolyard at this point. Then
you got money, but I got family, boy. Nobody loves you.
Oh, man, that's messed up. Then Tony D'Angelo and Naraku had a sit-down contract segment. Tony said he did his research on Naraku. He saw that he was a major champion in Japan, but he didn't do it alone. Tony called him an evil man who came to NXT for one reason, and that's his title.
That was one of the better segments from Tony in a while, because he wasn't just doing mob boss talk. He actually sounded like he had scouted the danger.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had scouted the evil.
Evil! Naraku stayed calm, as he usually does. Said Tony was right about wanting the title, but didn't sign the contract just yet. He said he'd sign it next week, and ended with, "Evil is coming."
Great if he did that. That was simple but effective. Tony is preparing for war, but Naruku feels like he already knows how the war ends.
And he might. Jada Parker then faced Natty in a long physical match, and Natty won by submission with a sharpshooter.
As she should, because I dare you put your hands on a legend. That match felt like Natty was trying to prove a point. She was rough, she was tough. I was playing. Aggressive, and Jada kept fighting, but Natty caught her slipping.
Yeah, she did. After the match, Natty celebrated with Nikita Lyons and Carmen Petrovic. So there might be something forming there.
There might be. That group looked like trouble.
They did. Trouble. That's them.
No.
But I gotta say, it is nice to see Carmen and Nikita doing something finally again. I enjoy them in the ring. I enjoy Carmen more than I enjoy Nikita in the ring, but Nikita has that personality.
Yeah, she does.
So it's going to be cool to see what they do with that. And as we saw, I think they were training with her whenever Jada attacked as well.
Okay.
So there's going to be some more little seeds planted there. I kind of wanted Jade to win so she can solidify herself, go to the main roster. But this still made her look strong.
Yeah, it did.
They had a great match, and Jada, you could tell, did not want to quit in that sharpshooter, and she held it as long as she could. Natty just kept on cinching it in deeper and deeper, and she couldn't take it anymore. Also, Ariana Grace defeated Layla Diggs in another women's speed tournament match. Layla got distracted dealing with the Birthright outside, and Ariana stole it with an inside cradle.
Yeah, Birthright is already annoying in exactly the way they're supposed to be, of course.
Yep, we also got more setup for Great American Bash. Saquon Sugars versus Deion Lennox was made official. Aaron Rourke will defend the Evolve Championship against Tristan Angels as well for next week. Hank and Tank face the Birthright, and there will be a double contract signing with Naraku finally signing that contract with Tony D'Angelo and Lola Vice and Kendall Gray. But now that, he has some time with that contract, is he going to add something in that contract?
That double contract signing is guaranteed to go peaceful.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They always do.
No one ever gets attacked during a wrestling contract signing.
Never. I mean, not once.
Then the main event, Lola Vice and Kendall Gray against Kalani Jordan and Zarya. This match was all about tension. Lola and Kendall are supposed to be partners before their title match, but every tag felt like somebody was trying to prove a point. Kalani and Zarya weren't exactly the best friends either.
Yeah, nobody trusted anybody. DTA. The only thing they agreed on was winning and making everybody else look stupid.
Yep, late in that match, Tatum got involved, distracted Zarya, allowing Lola to hit the 305 and pick up the win.
So Lola gets momentum, but the story didn't end there.
No, it didn't. After the match, Tatum and Zarya brawled on the outside. Lola and Kendo had a stare down. Kalani grabbed the women's NXT championship and played tug of war with Kendo, but that led to Kendo accidentally hitting Lola with the title.
Yeah. Kalani stood there laughing like she just hit the button on a trap door.
And she did, because she knows Lola ain't gonna take that shit lightly.
She told Kendo she was number 2 and she's Dr. Evil.
That's exactly what she did. You know, Kendo checked on Lola, but damage was done already. Yeah. Heading into Great American Bash, Lola and Kendo are not on solid ground at all at this point.
Yeah, Kalani may not be in the title match, but she is absolutely in the title story.
Yeah, she is. And Zarya's title reign already has Tatum Paxley coming for her, Kalani stirring things up, and the entire women's division circling that one.
Yeah, the division is the strength of NXT right now. That division is going crazy. Every segment feels like it matters.
Man, Saquon Sugar's promo was...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I love that promo. That was the best thing he's had so far, and I look forward to how they're going to build him from there. So, looking at everything this week, the biggest story for me is how WWE is threading all these tournaments into bigger character stories. King of the Ring isn't just about who advances. It's about Jey trying to prove himself, Roman trying to take control of that narrative, LA Knight getting screwed, Oba Femi calling out Brock, and Javon Evans being targeted by the Vision.
Yeah, same with the Queen of the Ring. Charlotte is fighting through everybody. Io is still dangerous. Jade wants revenge. Liv and Roxanne are scheming, and Rhea's injury is hanging over everything.
Cody and Sami is getting a bit interesting as well. It's not about the title, it's resentment, friendship, jealousy, guilt, and Sami being forced to be the referee in their match against, or in his match against Gunther.
Yeah, Gunther picked the one person emotionally unstable enough to make the entire match explode. That is elite villain behavior. I think that we might have a new WWE champion on Friday.
That one I can see, and I would be excited to see what they do with Gunther as champion as well. Are they gonna feed into the whole Brock and Gunther thing after all, if that were to happen?
Who knows?
But
telling you ain't a man and calling you the B word. And
is it possible that his career doesn't end at SummerSlam?
Who knows? Who knows? He's Brock Lesnar. He does what he wants.
He does. Roman thinks and the Bloodline is also dangerous once again, with Fatu added in that, but in a different way. Roman has Jacob Fatu fully inside his orbit now, but Jimmy and Jey are not comfortable with how much freedom the Samoan werewolf actually has.
Yeah, and Roman thinks he just gained the weapons, but weapons don't always stay pointed where you aim them. They can backfire too.
That they can. On the NXT side, the women's division is on fire. Zarya, Lola, Kendo, Kalani, Tatum, Ren. There are multiple stories happening at once, and all of them feel connected.
And Oba Femi calling out Brock might be my favorite thing of the week, honestly. Because Brock has made a career out of being a final boss, and now Oba is standing there saying, come outside.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Brock! Vengeance is Oba's now, bro. He's great, I told you.
That's going to do it for this week's episode of Wrestle WreMarks. As always, let us know what you think. Is Sami justified, or is Cody right? Is Roman building the bloodline back up, or setting it up to explode? Who should win King and Queen of the Ring? And is Brock Lesnar ducking Oba Femi, or is he just waiting for the right moment?
Yeah, the right moment where he gets that Saudi payday. But you already know, drop some comments, argue with us, agree with us, tell us we're wrong, even though we know we're right. No, I'm joking. I keep saying that. We're usually right, though.
Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share the episode, and tap in with us on socials.
And remember, whether you acknowledge Roman, acknowledge Jey, acknowledge Oba, acknowledge that Danhausen should be trusted, should not be trusted with NBA curses. Oh no, I almost gave this dude some leeway. Nah.
And I did want to apologize about posting. I've kind of been like silent for a while. I have clips. I just got into that set where it was like, I just want to relax. I don't want to be in front of the screen. I don't want to constantly do this. I'm just not a social media guy. You can ask Pat. Every time he's here, I'm rarely on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm rarely doing things on anything else. I usually keep my attention to the moment. And I just like to enjoy it. But with that said, I will try and get better at this and try and post more. As you all saw, I did post a lot more for a second there and keep on and off, but I really need to stay on top of it. But with that said, thank you all for watching, listening, commenting, subscribing, all that. For Pat, I'm Chris, and this was your Wrestle WreMarks.